Hello and welcome to Clash of the Titans 2 with your host Leroy, and this is for TechTown, and my oh my, we've got a lot to cover. I haven't been keeping up with the videos. As you can see straight away, we've got 2 deaths in TechTown, and there's a bit of drama. Well, we needed to have 1 death to get a meaty bone so we could actually build an engine to survive tonight's attack, but Booger, he decided to tell everybody he's going to close his account, and he hasn't logged in for 2 days, and he dehydrated. Malhero, is definitely a hero. He stepped up and sacrificed himself for the bone, but everyone has just been pissed off by what Booger has done, simply because, well, if Booger had some decency to log in and die outside, Malhero would not have had to sacrifice himself, and he would be alive right now. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at what we've got. We've got a fairly nasty attack today of 1,615 minimum, and we're doing okay to match it. It's we might as well head into the town so we can actually take a look at what we've got. So welcome back to TechTown. Yes, we've got quite a bit to cover. We'll go straight to the construction site, and you can see what sort of buildings we've got now. We haven't been able to build any water defences just because of the lack of water we're going to be having for the following days. But yeah, just have a look at that nice list there. We're still holding off on some buildings like the water purifier and the lighthouse. We'll build those when required. But a lot of things will never end up finished just because we don't have the resources. We're relying heavily on temporary defence today, and we did have to make a choice. Were we going to use the dumps, or were we going to use the reactor? Yes. You'd think, okay, TechTown techs, it's perfect, the reactor is perfect for us. Well, not so much, because of the resources required. We would have needed another meaty bone to get that because it was in conjunction with the faucet, and the faucet went well with weapons dump. But the main problem was these electronic components. We just didn't have enough scavenging going through the game, and we've only got 4 left. This of course means if we built the reactor we won't have the lighthouse, and the lighthouse is very useful indeed for the endgame camping, which will most likely happen tomorrow. Yes, there's a small chance we could have a minimum attack tomorrow, and then the reactor and the dumps could have been used for that day, but it's highly unlikely, and it would have meant no lighthouse, and that lighthouse I can guarantee will save lives. Yep, so that is our current build list, and we haven't even got things like radios to build a frat house, which is just silly. We only had 3 radios. I think we've got 2 at the moment, lacking that 1, which is a real shame. But even if we have a few deaths tonight, it won't be the end of the world, purely because it will open up camping positions and we will have water to survive on. I mean, look at the water. We've got 36 now, 11 jerry cans, and that is it. If we manage to get more nuts and bolts, we can build the hydraulic network for 15 more rations, but regardless, apart from water catcher, this is all the water we've got left, and that is not going to go well with 40 people, no siree. So, back on the overview, what sort of attack have we got? Yeah, man. There we go, it's gone back up. The dump has been used quite efficiently, I must say. You've got a few mistakes. Cam has gone way overboard and dumped rusty chains, which is just ridiculous. We needed those for fences. Hey, it's got to happen to someone, hasn't it? Swiss Army knife, of course. I mean, the can opener is not so bad, but we would have needed that Swiss Army knife to open stuff with, I would have thought. We haven't even got a screwdriver. Water pistol, very bad decision. But regardless, everyone else has done pretty okay. Dumping water bombs. Yeah, the faucet has done lovely for that. And our defense now, currently 471 extra from that. So nice going there. I know what I can talk about. We'll go quickly to the map. So as you can see from here, we have no chance of pushing the zombies back. It is getting a bit ridiculous, and we've struggled throughout the entire game with our limited weaponry. We've had to be using devastators a lot, which of course require batteries, which then meant we couldn't make coffee, but we tried our best. We did have an epic exposition up to the all the way up here to the Motel 666. Myself and 3 others. Let me just remember. I think it was Pete Sweet, and then it was also Monkey Luffy, of course, and Walking Crow. We went up here. We got through as as much as you can. We had about 6 CP control points to get through, so we powered through the zone, set up and cleared the zone for Monkey Luffy and Walking Crow. Then Pete, Wheat and I, because we didn't have a heroic return, we had to try and get ourselves back, so killing with our limited weaponry what we could and then flashing through these zones. It went off pretty much without a hitch, and both Monkey Luffy and Walking Crow survived. But alas, that rare blueprint was utter garbage. I think it was something like guerrilla tactics, yeah, ridiculous. But an unknown quantity was they managed to find a blueprint for the Uber wall, which gave 80 defense, which was rather nice indeed. So at least it was worth something, but for that rare print it was worth a shot, especially because we still needed water buildings. And that's all I can really say. Yeah, when you've missed so many days in a row, you get a bit lost on exactly what you can cover. One concerning thing as well is purely we don't have... yeah, we still got people with hovels, and not everybody has a house. At this point in the game, everyone should have a house. It wasn't enforced enough, you know, telling people upgrade your houses early. We just took a lot for granted in this game, and weren't forceful enough with most of the town. I think that's been TechTown's biggest problem, is a lot of inactivity. We haven't been scavenging as much as the other towns, and that is really what makes everything count at the end. But we've kept it alive for so long, so we can't complain too much. We just have to learn, and it's going to be a fight to get the first position in this. It really will, but it could still happen. You don't know. It's going to be difficult to take down those survivalists, so this is where they're going to start to shine. Yeah, so let's have a look at Oval Office. Yes, so in this competition everything is still to play for. We'll get straight into the towns. Revenge of the Inglorious Bastions. Now they've got 11 cadavers and they have the least amount of points in this competition. Their zombies have pretty much overtaken the map, but they have met tonight's attack, so it's not all bad. It doesn't really bear saying, okay, these guys are definitely going to finish in such and such position, because we don't know about bonus souls. We don't know how many souls have been cashed in. Anything could change right at the end of the game, so you really don't know. So let's just hope these guys can do too well. I think they're going to be in competition with Tamer 2 Town just to make sure who gets last position and who doesn't get last. So good luck with that. Servants of the Silver Shovel. I have no idea what's happened here. I think they've had a combination of bad luck and circumstance, but zombies have taken over everything. They're not going to survive tonight's attack. They're going to get devastated. Yeah, it's not looking too good. So they've got not the least amount of points, so they may not still finish last, but it's very concerning for them, very concerning indeed. So you got to keep your eyes peeled just to see exactly how these guys are going to fare and how long they're going to survive for. The camouflage mounds of 1,000 crow statues. And look at this attack. They have got a very easy attack to deal with. Yes, they're going to be loving that. Tomorrow though, what sort of attack they're going to have? Could it be a spike? If it's a spike, they're going to be in real trouble. But scouts can camp. They've not had the competition yet, so keep a close eye on these guys. Infested Canteen of Worms. They have also got a very easy attack. Tomorrow, not so much. I'm not sure if they've got the required defense to meet it tomorrow, about if they've got the dumps or anything like that. Yeah, they've got dumps, which they're most likely going to be dumping tomorrow then in that case. So they could be surviving an extra day. It's very interesting to see. So they could pull out an extra set of days points from nowhere, and that would be pretty good for them if that happens. I camped your mum. One of the top contenders for the top position in this Clash of the Titans, and this is where their A game is going to be coming out, because they're going to be camping either tomorrow or the next day. Regardless, it's very soon, and camping is their speciality. And look at this cleared map. They've got all these buildings to the left of them, and a couple which they can clear quite easily. They're going to be laughing with all this camping. They're going to be laughing all the way to the points bank, while other of us, like TechTown, are going to be dropping off, getting 10%ed and all sorts. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult to beat these guys. We just got to keep our eyes peeled and see what happens. Doing it doggy style. These guys are also in trouble. They've got a very nasty attack, and the defense just isn't meeting it. Zombies are taking over a good portion of their buildings. So Yeah, you can't count them out. They're not going to finish last, but it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how they're going to play this end game. My dog camped your mum. Yeah, they've got a reasonable attack. They should survive it, no problems. The following day though, who knows, they have got dumps as well, so they could pull out an extra day where other people like us might not be able to. So it's everything to play for in this competition still, it really is. And finally, Barricaded Hill of Techno Vikings. We've got our first 2 deaths. We have got the most points, but we did put off getting a death, which could have been used for the faucet for extra clearing earlier. Might have been beneficial, but really with the position of our buildings, not so much. We can keep those relatively cleared, not too badly. And yeah, I think we're reaching our limits because we haven't gone for reactor, because we wanted to opt for lighthouse. And of course maintaining reactor, we could easily get blown up for the endgame camping part, and that would be just redonkulous if that happened. But we've had a few problems in the town, not enough activity, not enough scavenging, wasn't aggressive early on, but we've got the most points for leading. Will we keep this lead? Ooh, it's going to be difficult, but we are certainly going to try our best. As long as we're not finishing last, I think techs are going to be very happy with that. And that's all I'm going to say. There's too much content and my mind's feeling rattled, so I'll try and do a video tomorrow to see exactly what's happened and keeping on top of everyone's plans. So thanks for listening, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow.